YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. We're back with another glorious episode of Gallop Race Sword 2003. Tree as in, well, tree. Thank you guys for the support, as always. Make sure to check the description box below. Show some love for Basic Blue and Genesis if you haven't done so already. They both have a great series going on. Genesis is doing 2003, 2004, and I believe 2006. And Basic Blue is doing 2003, 2004, and I think he said he's going to get into 2001 eventually, which will be awesome. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, let's keep showing each other love and just keep the Gallop Racer train going. I think we're finally building momentum. I've been trying to get more people into the community as far as recording and just feeling comfortable recording. I know for some people it can kind of be a big deal and maybe a little bit intimidating to record, but I'm glad that, you know, it seems more people are starting to and just getting back into the game. Such a fun game. So we're halfway through year 13. Red Daisy, she's gonna be making her debut, and have we raced her yet? No, I don't think we have. She's very average, very average. Like I said, no expectations. She does have strong heart, and no, we have raced her. No, we haven't. Okay. Yeah, she's actually a horse we'll be racing on for the first time. Again, we are essentially rebuilding. We retired Crimson Art. We've done some breeding. Still annoying, you can only breed like one pair of horses per year. That's goofy. It's probably the way they try to limit the space since we can only have 6 horses. Everybody else is young. I don't think I'm going to negotiate for another horse. I'd want to get a filly, and there's nothing available. So, like I said, we should be able to get through this year pretty quickly. On Red Daisy. In fact, let me just go to the next month. And then, yeah, get to our foal for next year. Cannot wait. Sedate Ruler up there for 4-year-old dirt. I'm not too concerned about getting him in this game because, you know, I've had him for so long in 2004. If he pops up and he's a decent price and I have the space, sure. But I kind of want to acquire different horses in this game that I haven't really acquired in 2004. Now, a horse that I really want is Kramer's King. And I think off of Basic Blue's last episode, said that Kramer is pretty rare, and so is Crafty Saint. Gosh, I totally forgot about Crafty Saint, dude. Like you said, awesome horse on Gallop Racer 3. Such a monster. Yeah, I haven't seen him pop up in ages in these games. So yeah, getting him would be awesome, but I really want Kramer's King. The Kramer's King, a beautiful gray, long-distance horse, but I haven't seen him pop up. Pretty rare. I forgot what it'll take to get to him. But anyways, guys, Red Daisy, our filly, she is up. We are the long shot. I believe she's a dirt horse, like all of our foals have been so far. Her horse data, yeah, she's a dirt horse. She doesn't have to be leading, which is good. We might have a chance. I think she looks really nice, though. The red and white mask, the white shadow roll, and then the white bandages. She has strong heart as an ability, so let's let's give it a shot and just see how we do with her. Perfect partner with the record here. I don't know if that was from us. I think it was. I think it was from us. Could have been the AI. But it's so nice to finally have a horse that doesn't need to be leading. That was starting to kind of bother me. Because like, unless you have like a really great horse or at least a strong front runner, you know, it's just kind of an uphill battle. You know, typically horses that aren't really that good, they have bad stamina ratings or relatively low stamina ratings, and you know, it just makes things a lot harder. So, all right. Now again, she's a dirt horse, so however she does. Oh, Rebel. Okay, Rebel for the first time with Red Daisy. Could she break her maiden already? Red Daisy strolling on by here. We're going to go past the 12 and the 10. Oh, no. Who is that? That's the 8. But what an effort from Red Daisy. I think she's still going to finish in the top 4. Yeah, she's still going to get a top 4 finish. That is a great run for a horse that's a dirt horse and not a turf one. Red Daisy, great opening. I was... Wow, we're supposed to finish ninth. We finished 4th. I am really happy with that. Good evals. We'll take it, right? Good stuff, man. Literally what I was just telling you guys, like with certain front runners, especially for these horses that we have on this playthrough, that are essentially E-ranked horses, like them wanting to lead with limited stamina, it's just makes things much more challenging to really compete. The fact that we can now sit just off the pace of the leaders and then close in on them That's going to save us so much ground in the stretch, honestly. So great first time effort for Red Daisy. Now to look at her pedigree, because I got to be honest, I forgot, even though it's in my spreadsheet. Red Daisy comes from, okay, I didn't even put her pedigree down yet. Weird. She comes from Best Hunter and Away She Goes. Alright, so let me go ahead and put this in right quick. Apologize, you guys will hear my loud, obnoxious keyboard. And again, I got it this way. I don't really know why. Like, years later, I've had this keyboard for probably like 4 or 5 years. Still works perfectly. Awesome keyboard. It's got the whole LEDs, you know, glowing. And I can have different patterns. But, yeah, I don't know why I wanted it to be loud. Like, such an obnoxious thing. No idea what my mindset was years ago. Anyways, let's look for another race for her because she's, like, the only horse we're going to be running. I'm gonna... Well, we can't run her in a grade 1 right from the jump, but there's no dirt. I'll be so happy when we finally get turf horses, man, because it's so obnoxious that, like, all of our horses have been dirt, and we just can't run them in any dirt races till the end of the year. Now, there is a G1. This will be a good test for her. Of course, no expectations. So however she does will be great. So that's the Liquor S. Now, that equivalent we'll see here in a second. And that's really all we're doing, like I said. Unless there's a filly that pops up in the market that's, excuse me, really strong. Major River. Could I even get her if I wanted? I could. Okay, so you guys have been obviously paying attention to the last couple of episodes. I have been grilling this horse because I don't think she's that good. I really don't. Now she has abilities that I like. Stretch Burst and Dominator, cool. Her stats are blah, but that's because she's a late developing horse. Health is 91, which means you could run her a lot. Her stamina's not bad already, though. 51 for double S, and she's only 2 years old. If you guys can tell why I'm laughing, you probably know what I'm thinking right now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What has... Ooh, even better. Aunt B. I should be able to test for her. Yeah, duh. Duh. Now, we've had her in 2004. I said I wanted a better filly, and now, like, quite a number of fillies have popped up. Dear Puffy, who is this? Average growth type 8 to 12. Turf horse. Last corner leader and stretch burst. Ooh, this is my type of filly. Exactly my type of filly, excuse me. The abilities I like, last corner leader, stretch burst. And the good thing is she doesn't have to be leading. Sorry about clearing my throat. Went for a run just now. And it's still cold here where I live in, when I live in America. It's like 44 degrees. Conversion to Celsius, I do not remember. Unfortunately, they just teach us Fahrenheit and Celsius. They don't really tell you for temperature. Not unless you're doing certain stuff in that field. I'm going to get Dear Puffy. Why? Average growth type, that's fine. I think she has the potential to... I think I have a potential to do really well with her because I really like these abilities. Philly's okay. Like I said, temper rating's solid. Her guts is 65, not bad. Her stamina's okay. Her speed is 69. That could get to 70. She's only 2 years old, which means she'll probably peak by the time she's 4 or 5. So I think I'm going to get Dear Puffy because unless there's another filly that looks more appetizing... In post, not good. See, I don't want to deal with any... I'm not getting any filly with not good abilities. From outside and delicate. So any contact with this filly, she's not going to like. Early growth type, nah. I kind of want to get Major River just for, like, trolling purposes. Scotch Dancer, now I know she's good. Complete closer, spurt, back to back. Good stamina, really good speed, really fast. Do we need another... No. I said I was going to look for a filly with, like, stamina or something, right? Pretty sure that's what I said I was going to do. Because none of our horses really have good stamina at the moment. So I'm really tempted to get Major River just to be funny. And we can race her a lot. I have the points to get her. And then we'll be done. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get 2 fillies, actually. I could get Aunt B again, but it's like... her stamina is 55. I want a filly with mid-60 stamina at least. Or close to that. Ideally, Chili Verse, nah. Who was I looking at? Firm Jewel? Nope. I think she was up. I'm just looking. Rude Shark. Scotch Dancer. Did I call her Scottish Dancer? I probably did. I apologize. She has 64 stam. Early growth type. She is a closer. She's great on turf. Her stamina right now is the best out of all the fillies currently. Ooh, Welsh Master. Close race okay. That's really good. Another dirt horse. You know what? No, I'm going to stick to what I said. I really want a filly with good stamina. So I think I'm going to get Scotch Dancer. Early growth type, which is okay. I mean, it makes sense. We can start breeding for better horses with better stamina. And we'll still need another colt as well. But I think I'm going to get Scotch Dancer. Yeah, I want to try her out. Okay, I'll get her, and I still want to get another filly. You know what? I've grilled Major River. Would it really make sense for me to get her, or should it be just a funny thing? But the thing is, she has a late growth type. I don't want her sitting around for years just for laughs and giggles. You know what? No, not doing that. Slow track, not good. No. I don't really need another speed filly. I really don't. I don't want Aunt B. Who else was I looking at? Was it a special horse? Apologize. Sorry. No. I can't remember the other filly I was looking at. I apologize, guys. Like I said, I don't want Aunt B again. Chili Verse, maybe? Okay, so she can run on turf or dirt. She wants to be leading. I'm over leading horses. Dear Puffy, this is the one I wanted. There we go. 2 fillies. Let's go. Making moves here. making moves. 2 S-ranked fillies. Scotch Dancer and Dear Puffy. So bear with me, guys. I want to put these. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll put them in my spreadsheet later, since all their information is present. Scotch Dancer, she runs 7 to 12 on the turf. We should get her in a G1. I think she can run 6 furlongs, or we can just have her wait to run in the Dublin Philly. That would probably make the most sense. And Dear Puffy, she runs 8 to 12 again on the turf. Oh man, I cracked myself up. Anywho's, good. So I think we made 2 really strong moves, getting these 2 fillies, both with decent stamina, and then we just need another colt, which will hopefully have better stamina than them, and start to build that up, because we essentially just had sprinters. We haven't had any good stamina horses since I've started this playthrough, like 0. Can't recall one horse we've had that's had actually solid stamina. Apologize for going next week. I'm just in the habit of doing that. I keep forgetting I could skip next month. All right, let's rock and roll here. All right, Dublin Philly. This is the real-life equivalent of the Moyglare Stud Stakes. And it's a G1, naturally. Anybody competitive in this field? I thought I saw Major River. It's Red River. Crisis averted, because we all know what trouble I'd be in if Major River was on this sheet in the field, because she's such a dominant horse that has beaten us 20,000 times. We are the second favorite behind Rude Shark, strong filly, so she's going to be tough to beat, but we'll see what Scotch Dancer is made of. And of course, I'm being sarcastic. I'll bet on ourselves just for a show. My first time with this horse. I'm not sure what she's like, but I have faith that we should be able to do well with her. In fact, let's do an exacta. Let's do an exacta box. So 1 and 9 exacta box. If it's going to be us 2, might as well. But yeah, being totally sarcastic about Major River. Of course, you guys picked up on that. Because she has not beaten us, like once. And the game just continues to put her as a favored horse. She's the strongest in the market. Major River with a dominating filly. She hasn't won a G1 in, I don't know, 5, 6 years, but she's still dominant. Like, this game has way too much faith in Major River. The fact that I was even thinking about buying her just now. Oh my goodness. What an absolute foolish thought that I had. I would have done it if we could have more space, for sure. If this was Gallop Racer 2004, I definitely would have bought her for trolley reasons. And then who knows? We probably could have turned her into a star. The game just clearly doesn't know what they're doing with her. Perfect start. Let's go. And the beauty of this is we can be in last place. I don't have to work her at all. I don't have to work her out the gate. Oh, I am so happy to be back to this point. Now, you guys got to understand. I don't know how long it's been since we've had a horse like this. like a legitimate closer. I can't remember the last horse we had that literally wanted to be like pretty much in last. It's been a long time, so I'm so happy we're back to that point. And again, we can save ground. I don't mind front runners depending on the horse. Like Sedate Ruler was fine, Desert Diver, Western Tiger, they were fine as front runners. But horses that don't have good stamina, no, man. That was not going to work. Here we go. Spurt, let's go. No Rebo. Let's see what Scotch Dancer can do. Now, we have to catch the one horse who is still up there, but I think we're going to fly past. Look at the speed of Scotch Dancer. Last to first. Get out of the way. Scotch Dancer coming through. Blowing you guys out of the water. Let's freaking go. Yeah. Good pickup. Good pickup with Scotch Dancer. I've never actually driven her before. Rode her. In any of the Gallop Racer games, so really solid pickup. Let's go. Another win. Another G1 horse. Building for the future. Awesome stuff, man. There's nothing... I love fast fillies in these games. I don't know why. Their speed just seems incredible. Obviously, there are colts that are just as fast, but it's something about the fillies being fast. And we set the record. Of course, we were flying. Rude Shark finished in 5th. That's a disappointment. No exacta bet, but we'll get our show. And Scotch Dancer already off to a great start. Gets her first G1 on the year for us. I love it. I love it. Like, I can save so much ground, man. I've had foals and Gallop Racer originals that have wanted to lead, but they didn't have the stamina, the power, the staying, for the most part, to be dominant leading horses. Red Daisy already moves up to D rank based off of her results in that Lavender. And yeah, she's gonna be racing in the G1 here already. Scotch Dancer, what a performance. Let's go. 86 speed, 65 stam, early growth type, which is great. This means we might be able to retire her before breeding next year, which will be year 14. So, depending on how many G1 wins we can get with her, we could actually retire her early. Because I'm definitely going to keep Dear Puffy for a bit. Because I think she has an average growth type. Yeah, she has average. So, we can keep her for a while. But Scotch Dancer, we can retire really soon. Like I said, depending on how strong of a year she finishes out with. And I'm going to continue to look for G1s for her. Let's race her in the... she'll be in the green. I do like racing my horses in the blue. I know some people may be like, don't do that. But... personal preference, I just prefer for them to be in the blue. To make sure they're at 100%, I'll race them in the green if I'm just trying something out, if I don't really mind our result. So I'm trying to win with her. Earnings, okay. I want to race her in the field against the fillies again. I feel like she'll be really strong with that. Lower prize money pool, but we're trying to stack G1 wins here. So she'll be ready to go again. And next up will be Dear Puffy for her first effort. Wait, is there another race this month? Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. Really happy with that result. I keep clicking that. Sorry. Don't mean to do that. Next week. Next week. Race time. Dear Puffy. Let's see what this filly is made up of. Again, she's a filly we'll be keeping for a longer period of time. And she is up in the London Philly. Yes, this is the real-life equivalent of... the Phillies Mile. All right. Field of 10. Really tight field, to be honest. Like, and she's actually expected. We're expected to finish like second to last. Wow. Favorite technically is Chili Verse. Okay, that makes sense. Pretty surprised. Last corner leader in stretch burst. I'm going to bet on myself for sure. I think they're underestimating us a tad bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and place another show bet on myself. In fact, win show place. I'm more confident placing the win show place bets. Or at least win in place when I know for sure I can win. If I don't, I'd rather not do it for the most part. Because now that we've expanded our facilities quite a bit, we really do need to make sure that we're holding on to our money. Because every upgrade now costs like 120 G's. We're only at 42 G's. 42,000, excuse me. So, Yeah.
It's a beautiful day for racing. The horses are on the track.
All right, here we go. With Puffy Dancer. Or Puffy, forgot her name already. Sorry. How did I not get a Dear Puffy? Yeah. I combined Scotch Dancer and Puffy Dancer and said, or Dear Puffy, and I said Puffy Dancer, huh? Yeah, the mechanics in this game, our positioning is bad. My bad, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Alright, just get to it right here. You know what? Whoever that is, I know he's actually a real track announcer. Well, probably not anymore, but... I'm just going to keep her here. She's fine. She is fine. Yeah, she's fine. I forgot. She's actually a front runner. I think we're doing good here. Good stamina. Now, she does have last corner leader and stretch burst, so getting ahead of the field is going to be very important for us. Let's roll now. Don't block me. Don't block me. Now, let's see. Dear Puffy. Well, actually, let's thought about it. This is a straight. Last corner leader probably isn't going to apply. She's fighting. She's fighting. Stretch burst tapped into. We're going past. The 4 is staying with us. The 6 is there. But no, Dear Puffy's going to get this at the line. Let's go. Back-to-back G1s with our newest fillies. To the ranch. Let's go. Yeah, like I said, I felt we were being a little bit underestimated. And I proved the doubters wrong. I proved the naysayers wrong. Let's go. And that's only one ability. Keep in mind, most tracks, unless we're racing on these type of tracks consistently, she can still tap in the last corner leader as well. There it is. Dear Puffy. London Phillies winner as a 2-year-old. Both Phillies winning G1s as 2-year-olds. And we set another record. Wow. and Chiliverse finished in last. See, this game should never really take the odds seriously. Great payoff because we did win, play, show. And again, we were doubted. Why? I don't know. There was nothing inherently wrong about our filly where we should have been projected to finish so low. Like, there was nothing. Not the course, not the distance, not her stats. Nothing should have had us that low. But again, this game also thinks Major River is like, you know, the best filly ever. So, it makes sense. New skill. It's not really a new skill. I lost it because of whomever I was racing with, as far as the fillies were concerned, and I got it back. Nothing to be excited about. I wonder if we can... And the good thing is with Dear Puffy, we're going to have her for a while, as far as when we'll be able to race her. Or how often. Let's look for another G1, 10 furlongs. We'll give her a test at that. So I'm going to save right quick, because we've made some good progress. I believe Red Daisy, our 2-year-old original, is back up in her first G1 test. You know what I mean? And we'll see how things work. All right. Let's go into the next race. All right, let's look at the field. Scotch Dancer. We are actually racing with first and another G1, the Libra S. This is the equivalent of the Prix Marcel Bus. I don't know. I'm assuming French. Has to be. I'm assuming. And she is the favorite as she should be. I mean, she's monster of a horse. Chiliverse is in this field. I'm not scared. Yeah, not a single horse in this field I'm scared of. Why should I be? Closer, once again. I don't know if this is going to be a straight all the way or not. I'm going to do another win-play show. We won't win that much, but again, we need to do some more upgrades. So any money we can win will still help. Wish you could bet more. But I guess it's good that they put a limit. I'm sure people that don't really know how to bet would go broke betting the most amount, and then they wouldn't have any money to upgrade their facilities, and they would constantly be stuck in a debt, a hole of debt. Now, granted, you can still do that technically if you bet 100 times per race or every race, but, you know, I'm glad that it does cap you when I think about it. So, let's go win another G1 here with Scotch Dancer. Again, she's going to peak early anyways. I'm okay with racing horses for like half a year. If they race really strong and they win a lot of G1s, I'm fine with doing that and retiring them early so we can start to get our originals, our really good originals going. Because we are at year 13 in this game, so I think we're at that point now we can finally start to really build those really strong originals. So these early growth types are perfect for this scenario. Get a couple of G1s, strong finishes. It's worked with Perfect Partner, that filly that we grabbed really quickly. She dominated in just, what, a year and a half? Maybe even less than that, actually. So really no reason to think we can't continue to do the same with other fillies or colts that come by. Now, again, the main thing I've realized is just making sure I keep these horses closer to the front and not too far back, because obviously the further back you are, no matter the horse's speed, it's going to be hard to overcome that gap. Now, of course, I like staying outside. You know, I go to the inside if it's open. I would rather not waste the time. I do much better personally in this game when I keep my horses to the outside, if there's like no space on the inside, or if it looks too tricky. And the AI in this game is way too inconsistent and way too like goofy for me to even try to battle any inside trips. Now we got to get her going now because we are really far back. Here we go. Good run. Good run. Look at that stretch spurt tapping into. Look at this, man. What a filly. She just rockets past. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone, man. She is gone. Scotch Dancer. I mean, I've seen this horse pop up, and I've seen her dominate, but my goodness, look at that. Look at that. We are by ourselves. Oh, cannot wait for the foals, man. Can't wait. Her and Crimson Arts. Oh, my goodness. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I can't tell who is... she seems faster than Perfect Partner, and Perfect Partner seems scary fast. And also, it's probably because Scotch Dancer is a closer, so coming from essentially last place is always going to feel like you're flying, and it's mainly because we are. Another win. Another win for Scotch Dancer. Oh, man. I'm so happy I nabbed her, man. And she sets the record again. She is building a crazy profile, bro. Oh, MG. Like, crazy, crazy profile. This is day 29 on the series, and this is starting off to an absolute blast. Windmill, let's go. Now, this is a new skill we haven't acquired. Ring it up, ring it up, bring it up. Thank you kindly. But seriously, thank you kindly, because like we're in full swing right now, man. Scotch Dancer. Her stats haven't even improved yet because she's pretty much already at her peak. I mean, she's that horse that you literally race until she's midway through her 3-year-old season and retire. She is that horse. Look, she just has spurt. I thought she had last corner leader. Did she lose it? No. Dear Puppy has last corner leader. Duh. Okay. I'm like, she just has spurt, which is perfect because it's so easy to tap into that far back. As long as I get the spurt started. Already close to 10 Gs in earnings. Granted, these G1s, for whatever, don't pay that much in this particular region. But still, 2 G1s right off the bat. Like, say less. I'm happy. Very happy. Racing another one. Again, the prize earning is not going to be great, but just winning G1s with her is what I want. Because we could get her a title. This game is probably going to rob us again. I refuse to believe there's another 2-year-old that's probably doing as well as she is right now. I guarantee you there isn't. And the game's going to be like, ah, Scotch Dancer, nice try. Maybe next year. We're going to give it to another horse that didn't even win a G1. Beautiful Red Daisy. She's up. She is the long shot in today's field. Which means beating any horse will be a win for us. So, no worries. And granted, her stats, I mean, they're not great, but we have won G1s with horses with stats similar to hers. Pretty much really similar to hers, actually. Indian Tiger won a G1 with pretty much the same stats. So, it's not to say we can't win with Red Daisy. I'm not going to bet. Let's just try to, like I said, just see what type of heart she has. Now, we're finally racing on dirt for the first time. Now, this is the real-life equivalent of, well, I'll have to look.
The horses are on the track.
Here we go. Red Daisy. See what she can do. This is the liquor. Okay, yeah. Champagne Stakes. Ah, I like the Champagne Stakes. Desertonics. Good horse. 8.5 furlongs. Okay, start running on the... terrible post position. This is going to be a struggle. Okay, right onto the straight. I really do like this track in this game. Obviously, me being from the US of A, and obviously the races I watch primarily are races here. I do want to get into the horse racing scene outside of obviously my country. It's just obviously the time to watch those races. It's like I can't really watch them live, at least with my schedule, but I probably should try to at least catch the replays if they're on YouTube or something. Something I definitely want to do. Alright, Red Daisy. She's okay right now, actually. I don't think she's running too hard. Pace seems to be okay. She has strong heart, which is good. And again, just beating one horse will be better than anything, so... yeah, she has a lot of stamina, so we'll get her moving up just a little bit here. Alright, let's get her going. Let's get her going. She has no speed. Like, I'm trying so hard. She does have strong heart. No Revo. No Revo. She has no speed. It's so weird going from a horse that has a lot of speed to a horse that has none. But she's fighting pretty strong still here. Red Daisy is fighting in her first G1. She's not a G1 horse at all. She's a D-ranked horse. Still fighting. And she's still going to beat a couple of horses at the wire. That is a good result there for Red Daisy. Like I said, beating any horse was going to be a win for us. We were supposed to finish last. She finishes 8th. In her first G1, I'll take it. Yeah, double S on the stretch burst. I've been hitting the stretch burst now. Why? Because, well, I'm racing on horses that I prefer to race on as far as their leg types are concerned. And 2, I'm sticking to what works for me. You know what I mean? And every race is different, right? You have to look at the pace. You have to look at the field. You have to look at the track. There's so many factors that come into kind of when you should get going. You know what I mean? It's all subjective, man. Really good results. Really good results for all. The gals are knocking it out of the park right now, man. Seriously, the gals are all overperforming, and I am so happy with it. So happy. No complaints. Like, that was a really solid G1 effort. I'm tempted to put her in another one, because what's the point of running her in an open if she can continue to do well in these G1s? Now, we can run her in the Sunrise, or we can run her in the Uranus. This is just 2-year-old fillies at Long Beach. Clockwise. And then the Sunrise, Sunrise and Jupiter. So this is in Kyoto. And then the Jupiter. Is that the same one I was looking at? No, Uranus and Jupiter. They're like almost the same thing. I would prefer to have her run against the fillies. I think that gives her a much better chance. So we're going to go ahead and run her in the Uranus. I swear there was a joke with that amongst... Basic Blue, I don't know if it was one of your videos. I think somebody said you were saying it wrong, and it's like, well, obviously, you know, you're from a different country that I think that person was. We all say it differently, depending on what part of the world we're in. And you brought that up. I'm like, yeah, that guy's kind of like weird for that, because like we all live in different parts of the world, so we all obviously pronounce things differently. So to say what's correct and not correct is kind of like really just all depends on your region and where you're from, honestly. What is that I hear? Strange. Oh, people moving stuff. It's not like it was, I don't know, a storm or earthquake, and no, it's just somebody moving a lot of stuff really heavily. Anywho's, Dear Puffy, she's up again, and still not the favorite. 3rd outside the money. I mean, well, we're in the money. We're expected to finish 3rd. Radiant Shade and Naked Shark. I gotta be honest, I'm not really worried about them. Fast Courage, I'm not worried about anybody in this field. I think we can win this again. She's only filly racing against the Colts. You know what? Let's beat the boys here. Let's beat the boys. And show them the fillies are just as good, and sometimes they can be better. Like, I would love it if fillies were obviously allowed to run in the Kentucky Derby. Now, of course, I know they have the Kentucky Oaks, but I mean, seriously, I think there have been fillies, not a lot, but there's been a couple of fillies over the last, 10 to 15 years that definitely could have ran in the Kentucky Derby, but because they're not allowed to, like, they don't. Like, that's... I don't know. To me, that's goofy. Like, any horse that's capable of running in that race and that can prove it can run in that race should run, whether it's a colt or a filly. I understand tradition and all that stuff, but, like, you know, depriving fillies of running against the boys in the Kentucky Derby, I mean, you got to think about it. Imagine a filly one day were to win the Kentucky Derby if it was allowed. And imagine if she was just such a strong horse that she passed that on to a foal, another filly that could do the same. Then the Kentucky Derby could have more fillies down the line. Granted, it could be a while, but you would still have at least, you know, a few more fillies at least, having a chance to win the Kentucky Derby. But because they can't run in it, there's nothing. Now, the Oaks is fun. It's a very fun race. One of my favorite races, I should say, to watch. But I'm still a little bit bothered by the fact that fillies can't run in the Derby. To me, it's a goofy rule. Because I feel like if a filly can run against a boy, she can. I mean, there are races where there are just fillies only, colts only, mixed field. You know what I mean? So I feel like if a filly is capable, she should be allowed to run in the Derby. Like, I hope that changes. I don't know if it will. Horse racing and its traditions are very, very traditional, for better or for worse. It literally just depends on the region, the country, the culture, the tracks, the people involved. I think the horse racing culture is very different from country to country. So I just wish, at least for the Kentucky Derby, like, they would at least allow fillies to have the chance to get in the race. Not to say you just put a filly in there just because she's a filly. No, you give fillies the chance to at least earn a spot in the Kentucky Derby. I mean, let's be honest. Most people watching the Kentucky Derby couldn't tell you if a horse was a colt or a filly anyways, right? Like, hear me out. Most casual horse racing fans couldn't tell you the difference between a colt and a filly. It's only us that would know. So why not give a filly a chance? It just doesn't make sense. Last corner leader. There we go. Give a filly a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give her a chance. And we're taking off with Dear Puffy. I'm not going to go on the whip yet. The 2 is staying with us. Now I'm going to go. The 10 is rolling up. Who is that? Radiant Shade. Radiant Shade. You're actually going to be a challenge today. Come on, Dear. Dear Puppy. She still has plenty of stamina. You got to finish out. Don't let the 10 get you. Finish. 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 Over-whipped her by... I can't tell. That was really close. Oh, really close. I wonder if I could have waited a little bit. 10 may have gotten us at the wire. Did we? Yeah, I don't know. We may have just lost by a tad. No way, we got it! That's the first time ever in this game, or 2004, that a photo finish has actually gone in my favor that close. I have won photo finishes much more clear than that, and they still gave it to the other horse. Let's go, man. Let's go. We continue to knock it out of the park with the fillies. I mean, of course, we don't really have an option because they're the only horses we have to race on. Anyways. Oh, man. Dear Puffy. Tough one. Radiant was coming. Radiant Shade was on the way. Another great G... And we just keep setting records back and forth. Only because no records have existed for these races. I have to keep reminding myself of that. I'm like, oh yeah, we're setting the record. It's like there was no record for this anyway, so whoever won would have set it. But I still think these fillies that we're racing on are pretty fast. So to say that we can't set it anyways, I think we'd still be okay. Wow, another great result there for Dear Puffy. And again, she's a horse we can keep for a couple years, so we can really take our time with her. Oh man, things are going so well right now. And Dear Puffy, we'll just get her in a race next year. There's no rush to get her in another one. Yeah, that'll be her last race for this year. So just 2 more coming up. Scotch Dancer and Red Daisy. Scotch, we may put her in another one if she can in December. But yeah. Back to back. We have not lost a, a G1 with any of the new fillies yet. We're 4 for 4 on G1s today. So... Scotch Dancer, again, they're giving her respect, but still not. Round Saturn, like, seriously? I'm not taking anything away from that horse. I don't have much experience racing it, but when I've seen the name pop up, I can't recall it beating me too often. So that's funny. Wild Weapon makes sense. That I can understand. Round Saturn, like, what? This game doesn't make sense with the predictions in the market, man. Anyways, we should win. We really should win. Like, who is beating us on Scotch Dancer? I would, if we lose, it's 100% on me, not on her. It's definitely on me if we lose, so I'll take full responsibility. If we lose a race that we shouldn't lose. Now, if we're in a really competitive field with other horses that could very well easily beat us, that's a different story. But outside of Wild Weapon, there, to me, really isn't a horse in this field that should be beating us. Wait, she's number 3, yeah, sorry. So again, I'm not really concerned. And us being the closer, we can save so much ground and stamina. That is what I really wanted. And I'm so happy now that she is the perfect filly for that. She has the speed, everything else. She's a great closer. She has spurt. I mean, it's going to be amazing to get foals that are going to be okay racing at the back, saving ground, saving stamina. We're going to be able to run so many horses down in the stretch. It's my running style anyways. I've ran track and field since I was essentially 5th grade, which I was, started school a year late, so I was, 11, 12, something like that. Point being, that's my running style in reality. Like, if I'm racing somebody, I'm racing my friends, or if I'm competing, I prefer to actually be at the back. I like to save ground, and I like to really use my speed to, you know, essentially fly past people that have gassed themselves, you know?
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get Scotch Dancer a little bit more comfortable here. But I guess this is going to have to do. That's just my running style, man. You know, I don't think everybody's good at managing their stamina. So that always worked well for me in racing, like in competing. I ran the 4x4 relay. I was on the 3rd leg, usually. Or 3rd or 2nd, actually. Depending on what season and what year. But I would run as the pop-off, or the 2nd leg. Sometimes I would run as pop-off, but if I ran as the 2nd leg, it meant that if we had a weak pop-off, I was going to be able to cover ground. That's why I ran typically 2nd or 3rd. I was always able to preserve my stamina, know when to time myself, and know when to get going to essentially run past people like we're running past these horses. You know what I mean? You sit at the back, you bide your time, you let people that don't know how to manage their stamina kind of gas themselves out, and you roll. Honestly, it's a smart... I mean, it's... At the end of the day, when you're racing to win. So that's a very good way to win. Now, some people are very good staying out front. I could do that depending on the day, the circumstances, who I was competing against. My conditioning as well. I won't always pretend that I've been the best at keeping myself in the best shape. Had 3 major surgeries, all because I've neglected aspects of my training. But, you know, I like the closer style. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, all of that nonsense that most of you probably don't care about, or maybe some of you are like, oh, that's interesting. You know, that is my preferred style. And I love racing on horses like that, and I love seeing horses race like that. Weird picture. Doesn't really matter. There's plenty more to come from Scotch Dancer. She's 3 for 3 on G1s. And again, the game's still not giving us our respect. Still not. Like I said, I wasn't really worried about anybody in that field. I mean, Aunt B. Who else is another good filly? A couple other fillies. Fillies like Aunt B are the only ones I'd be worried about because I know they have great speed. These other fillies and these other horses, these other colts, I'm like, huh? What? Speed is average, bro. Speed is mediocre, dude. You're not catching my horse. You're not catching 87 speed Scotch Dancer. Like, you must be crazy. 3 for 3, man. 3 for 3. She is knocking it out of the park. See if we can get her another one before the end of the year. We can run her the Young Crown Cup or the Philly Cup. I'd prefer to do the Philly Cup, to be honest. I think that'd be more fitting. Yeah, why should run her in the Philly Cup? I think it'll be her first race. No, she's not only run on straights. And the Deer Puffy, like I said, I'm just going to wait till the end of the year for her. Next year, I should say. Again, I'm going to save. I'm just in the habit of doing that, especially once you have good progress. You guys got to understand, I've really had some bad experiences with like my games just not saving or something happening and cutting off. So I just make a regular habit of saving. It takes 7 seconds. No rush. All the races are next month. Yes, they are. All right. Great episode so far, man. Red Daisy's the only horse we haven't run on, and that's because she's D-ranked, and we're still figuring it out with her. If she was a G1 horse, we'd already win, and we could still win with her. I feel like we will at some point. But we're not back with Red Daisy. We're back with Scotch Dancer, and the game finally now showing us some real love. We are the favorite today, and again, and I talked her up. Aunt B's in this field. She's post position 1. I talked her up. I'm still going to bet on myself. I still think we should win, but Aunt B is going to be tough. And I'm going to have to stay closer to the field. I can't sit as far back as I've been sitting because Aunt B has the speed to stay at the front if we don't catch her soon enough. I just placed a win bet on her. I'm going to do a win and a show bet because you know what? If we somehow lose to her, it's not a bad thing. It's freaking Aunt B, right? She's one of the best fillies that you can get and retire as a broodmare in this game. In fact, I'm just going to do win place. Can I do multiple? No. All right, I'm just going to do win place. Oops. for Ounce B and myself, because either one of us could win this race. Now, if neither of us win and somebody else wins, that'd be a shame. And then I'm going to bet on us, the same stuff. And I'll also do an exacta box with us and Aunt B. I'd be shocked if she doesn't actually finish pretty high up. I know it happens, clearly, but her being such a good horse, they usually don't finish too far down the order. You know, it's like Sedate, Ruler, or Bionic Club. If they're in a race with you, they typically don't finish too far outside the money. They're always at least near the top 3. Now, Major River, yeah, she's going to finish outside the money on a regular basis. So why the game thinks she's better than that, I have no idea. So 1 in 4 box, us and Aunt B. So yeah, we are going to have to be much more mindful in this race, but I still think we can beat her. I really do. Like, Scotch Dancer is amazing. Is that Aunt B? There she goes. All right. Still love that horse. So, if she beats us, I'm not going to be mad. Like, I love Aunt B. She is a great filly. A little bit of a hothead, but I mean, she's such a great horse, honestly. Like, her talent, her ability and skills, I mean, you know, you get over it. The Philly Cup. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 8 furlongs on the turf. Golden Gleam has the record here. Perfect start. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm just clearly in rhythm with my perfect starts. That's all I can literally tell you. There's no science. There's no magic. I've just figured it out. Now, I wish I could be that good for the training sessions. Yeah, this is going to be... You know what? I can keep her a little bit further, actually. I was going to have her sit off the pace a little bit further, but I can have her a little bit higher up the order here. She should be fine. Because like I said, I really don't want to... I don't want to give Aunt B any sort of serious advantage where she's really going to be more than 5 lengths ahead of us. I think we can catch her under 5. Anything above that, she still may run us down. So I'm going to get Scottish Dancer moving to the outside because they're still running too wide up here, and I don't know what's really going to open up for us. So I'm just going to keep us wide. Where's Aunt B? Okay. Now she's making her move now. We got to make our move as well. Don't block me. Here we go. Got a long way to roll, but we can run. Now Aunt B, she is still up there. I think we're catching her, though. We are catching Aunt B. A furlong left to go. Can Scotch Dancer do it? Aunt B, she's still holding strong. May have been a little bit too little, too late, but we're catching her. We're grinding. We're catching Aunt B. We could get her at the line. I think we just got Aunt B at the line. No way. Scotch Dancer, this filly is crazy. We may have just gotten Aunt B at the line. That's going to be close, but I feel like we got her. And she tired. Oh, we got her. We had to have gotten her. No way. That's us. That's Scotch Dancer. Let's... I wish I could scream, but, you know, I live in an apartment building with people. I would never do that. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. I literally watch you guys through, like, the whole plan. I'm like, we can't be more than probably 5 lengths off of Aunt B's pace. We were just about there. Maybe 4.5, give or take. And we literally had to catch her at the end. That is a beautiful picture because we pretty much won at the line. Scotch Dancer. This filly is just doing awesome, man. Let's go. Scotch Dancer, 34,000 because us and Aunt B finished 1-2 for the exacta box. That is why you play the exacta boxes, when you know the field. Oh, man, I'm over the moon. If you guys can tell in my voice, I'm literally over the moon this episode because these fillies are phenomenal. They're exactly the type of fillies I want. That's the thing. It's not just that they're good fillies. It's that they're also the exact fillies I've wanted. The fillies I've been looking for in the market for the past 3 years in this game. Scotch Dancer defeats Aunt B. She's 4 for 4 in G1 and wins. Ah, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. And she'll be done for the year. So last race will be on Red Daisy. And then we'll head into year 14. And gosh, the future's looking so bright. Like, I've never beaten this game. Technically never beaten any of the Gallop racers. But 2004, I got semi-close like as a kid when I played. Now, that was on easy, so I don't really count that. As far as playing these games on hard, which all of the series that I have on this channel, I'm playing them on hard now. Like, my goal is to beat this game like all the others. But this one specifically just because I never did it. I never got close, I should say. Gallop Racer 3, yeah, that's something I want to do. 2001, the same thing. That's also a game I never played until 2 years ago, which I know is crazy. But this is a game I really want to beat. Maybe the first one. A Red Daisy, she's in another G1. Huge long shot. So again, like, we have nothing to lose here. And you know what? I'm just going to place a show bet for the fun of it. Because if we're able to finish in the top 3, that should pay pretty nice for us, even as a show bet. Now, after this G1, I'll probably stick Red Daisy back to, like, opens. Maybe G3s, but definitely opens, just to try to get her some wins. Because she's holding her own. That's the thing. This will be her second G1. She held her own in the first one very well. So, yeah, like I said, Red Daisy, we have no expectations with her. However she does is completely fine, you know what I mean? Beautiful filly. Excited to have her with us, so however she performs, I'll be okay with. I'm not a hard person to please, man. I like to keep things simple and have realistic expectations. This is the Uranus S. Whoever wins this will set a record. This is the real-life equivalent of the Starlet Stakes. Not a good start. We got to get her to the front. It's okay. Now let's see. She gets to the front pretty quickly, though. That's actually nice. I feel like a lot of our originals, for the most part, except for maybe like Ditsy Doo, they've taken a while to get to the front. Follow her lead. I think she was pretty good at that. And we're literally just gonna tail the 6-horse, shadow it, essentially. We're gonna shadow the 6-horse. Maybe a little bit of first-person PLV. Doesn't really feel like you're doing anything. Just kind of feels like you're just like on a rail, you know, like one of those like rabbit rails or whatever that just goes around the track. That's what it feels like, you know. But it's cool, beautiful track. Got the palm trees. I love palm trees. Absolutely love them. And we're sitting pretty nice here with Red Daisy, and we are saving a lot of ground. Now, I don't know if this inside's going to free up. In fact, I'm just going to send her here now. Because we have a lot of space on the leaders. I mean, on the horses behind us. So, I think with Red Daisy, we're going to get her going now. Yes, there we go. Strong heart. Let's see. Now, she's got a lot left to go. Furlong and a half. The 2 is catching us. The 6 is going to bounce back and go past. We're dropping down the order. But Red Daisy, she's still fighting strong. We could get a 3rd place. I told you I had a feeling we could show here in this race, and we do with Red Daisy. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is today, but like I'm on the money. I feel like I'm on the money with predictions and getting better than expected results. Literally, I'm like I feel like based off of how she's been running, we could finish 3rd with her. Especially, we're supposed to finish 10th in that race. Her first show in a G1. That's great. We hit our show. 13,000. That's a lot. 13,000 G's. I'll take it. Thank you so kindly. So kindly. I thank you so much. I do. Good stuff, man. Anybody's probably wondering what I'm drinking. Paradise Punch Lemonade. Calypsos. I don't know if they have them in all countries. They're really good. It's just like a... they come in those old-fashioned kind of like... I don't know what decade, but like lemonade type of bottles. And it's literally just a fruit drink. That's it. But it's so good. So good. I used to have them all the time in college because we actually had vending machines with them at uni. And yeah, I got them like every day. And they were literally only like, I think 99 cents in that vending machine. Like I know, a drink that's 99 cents in 2020. Well, I was at school a long time ago. I'm 30 years old. So you're talking about over a whole decade ago, but you know, I'm not old, I know, but I feel old sometimes, especially looking at some of my friends. I'm like, wow. But you know, everybody's lives are different, no big deal. So Scotch Dancer, are we gonna get any titles with her? Is the game gonna rob us? No, she does. She gets it. Best 2-year-old filly. Let's go. That's our second horse, well, 3rd technically horse title we've gotten in this game because we just haven't had great horses. We're getting there now. Scotch Dancer, you're darn right. She deserves best 2-year-old filly. She beat all the fillies 4 times. What do you mean? Today, Ruler does get horse of the year. Good for him. Lost Saints. That's another good horse as well I've wanted. We were talking about Crafty Saint earlier. Lost Saints, just another good one. He gets best sprinter. Today, Ruler dominated pretty much. Desert Onyx as well. Yes, Scotch Dancer. What a year. And we do nothing for jockey stuff. I mean, we barely raced last year. That wasn't, I mean, once, jockey titles or whatever to me. I'm not really concerned. Secret Keeper. He is ready to go. Secret Keeper. 4-star potential, 4-star discipline. I'm okay with that. What is going on? That's just crazy stuff. I feel like every time I'm recording, there's always ambulances and sirens. I like the name Secret Keeper. Now, I forgot what horse this comes from. I keep forgetting to put these in my spreadsheet before I actually get to this point. Secret Caper. I think I'm just going to do Shadow Roll with him. Like, it depends on the horse. Some of them, I do prefer most of my horse with mask and blinkers. I just like the look. I always have since I was a kid. Personal preference. Secret Keeper. And I'm still trying to stick with, like, colors that will still look good with our uni, since I chose, like, the worst purple and yellow combination. But, let's do... Will green work? I had something in my head I was going to do. I think it was for Crimson Art and somebody else's foal. Is that who Secret Keeper is? Is he from Crimson Art? He might be. I had something in my head I was going to do. It wasn't... I think it was yellow. Yellow, yeah, I was going to do something different. I think I was going to do yellow and, like, purple or something. I don't like that purple, though. Yellow and black. Yellow and white. Maybe purple? I feel like I've already done the purple before. Actually, we could do black. Black and yellow, or black and purple. Black and white. I'm going to do black and yellow, actually. I haven't done that combination before. Secret Keeper. Oh, let's do... Again, I can't remember who his parents were. So... I'm going to try balance, even though I'm not inherently good at this. I'll have to be much more mindful. In fact, after this episode, I'm going to take the time to put all the foals, all their parents, as soon as they're born, into my spreadsheet. I'll probably do it as well. Like, as soon as a foal is born in a video, I'm just going to take the time to do it. Oh, it's this crap. Yeah, it's just, I don't understand this. Can somebody please explain this to me? Now, it's question marks. Are you just supposed to go based off of what you feel? You know what I mean? Or are you just, is it something you're supposed to guess? You know what I mean? Ah. So yeah, I should definitely stay away from balance until I know what I'm doing. And I know it's about beating the time as well. Yeah. Ignore that. 31. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I can't beat the time. Somebody please let me know. I could practice, but I'm sure one of you probably know more than I do. So please let me know. What's the best way to do the balance training? I will not go near it anymore, and I can't risk it on a decent horse. Yeah, I know we squandered. Yeah. That was a one-time thing. I won't do it again. Shut up. All right, Secret Keeper. His parents. This is Crimson Art's first fall, I figured, yeah, because we haven't had a fall that's really looked like him. Crimson Art and Ditsy Do. Alright, so yeah, we can't mess up another training session with him. So I will stick to probably speed and guts. Those are the best things that I can do. Probably speed for sure. Crimson was fast. Ditsy was pretty fast. Both of them had great guts. I think they both fought really hard in the stretch, so we should probably just focus on speed. So, dear Puffy, we're going to get in another G1 whenever we can. Or a G2. I mean, G3. Like, winning these races are just as important. Still helps. Scotch Dancer. Let's see. Has she hit her peak yet? Not sure. Man, what a great year for her. Already gets her first horse title. Like, I'm so happy. Genuinely, so happy. Just with how she's done already. I knew she was going to be worth it, but my goodness. So does that not count as a title? We got 2-year-old filly. Does it not count? I thought it counted as a horse title. Apparently not. That's... Really? That doesn't count. Why does that not count? Can somebody explain that to me as well? That's a horse title. She won 2-year-old filly, so shouldn't that be here? I mean, she won it, but like there's nothing to show for it, so I'm a little confused. Like is the game gonna like not recognize that we won that? For her when it comes to breeding? Because that would be disappointing. Because that's a big deal. Now, there's no G1s for her to run. So, the next best thing will probably be to run her just in a G3. Yeah, we'll run her in a G3. Why not? Not to mention, the G3s and G2s pay way more. There's only a couple of G1s that you have to pay attention to that will pay you decently well. But the G3s do awesome. As far as earnings are concerned. Yeah, Red Daisy. What a filly she's actually turning out to be, considering she's D-ranked. Parents are best hunter and away she goes, so she's average, but another good filly with some really strong heart, man. Appreciate that so much. So, gotta race her on dirt. So we have to take our time. 7 furlongs. Perfect. All right. So we are stacked. I think these will possibly be the last 3 of this video. It depends. Maybe, maybe not, actually. I know you guys really like the longer episodes. I enjoy them, actually. Since I've been playing this game much more regularly now, it actually works out for me to do longer episodes. And like I said, we get more done, and editing-wise, it's a lot easier for me to do this. I just pre-record a lot. Like, I'll play this game for like 4 or 5 hours or maybe 2 days or something. And that's why you guys will have content, essentially, for a while. And then I'm like, oh, any updates? You got to wait till this episode, because I already played the game like 4 hours, you know, in a given day. So Red Daisy, she's up. She has better odds today. Courtly Duo's in the field. It's a great colt. Really fun one. Yeah, we could actually win this race, actually. I mean, if she had more speed, we could have won that G1 that we ran her in just a little bit ago. We came 3rd, so to say we couldn't win a race against a weaker field should be possible, but Courtly Duo is still a good horse. I'm kind of surprised to see Courtly in this field. It is what it is, no big deal. Where's Courtly? There's oh, we just passed Courtly. Oh, Courtly's on the inside. All right. So yeah, let's try to get a win with Red Daisy, man. Gotta try it. Now, she's shown heart in all the races. That's the great thing. So she's definitely a tough horse. Best Hunter, he showed a lot of heart, and Away She Goes, same thing. Now, Away She Goes, she didn't amount to much, but she always showed heart. She always performed better than her odds. And she's passed that on to her daughter, Red Daisy. So let's get her going now. Let's get her going now. No revolution, I would imagine. This is going to be a tough grind, though. Again, she just doesn't have the speed. Why are you doing that? Why do they do that? They have plenty of... like, he didn't need to move. That horse on the inside could have... I mean, had plenty of space. Now, there goes Courtly Duo. Red Daisy, she's still pushing. This could be 3rd. That could have been a 3rd. Either way, it's in the money. So another solid finish for Red Daisy. 3rd. 2 shows. These finishes matter. If I were to retire her as a broodmare, these type of performances, they do help. I've proven that. Getting top 3s and earning money, earning G's, that's what the game primarily takes into consideration. Of course, there's plenty of other things, but those things are the primary things. Top 3 finishes, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, or top 5 finish for money earnings. Which, of course, you finish in the top 5, chances are you'll typically finish in the top 3. You're not sure about Secret Keeper. You're going to need to hold off on those thoughts. You've essentially said that about every horse I've had, and we've had 2 originals win grade 1s. Indian Tiger won our first grade 1, and then Undercover Agent won 3, I think. Yeah, he won way more than I expected, and he was a very average horse. His parents were not as good as Secret Keeper's parents that you're watching on screen right now, so yeah. I think he looks awesome with the yellow and black, though. No mask, just the yellow shadow roll and the black and yellow bandages. I'm excited, man. Crimson Art's first foal. He will be racing very, very soon. Next episode. Ah, missed that one. So the bounce one has a time limit. I thought they all did. That's strange. 75 points. Ah, we only missed like 2 or 3. Whatever. Okay, training session. Obviously, this isn't going to matter as much once our foals inherently are born with just better traits. And granted, once we get to a certain point, I'll probably just do entrust training. Like, unless I feel really confident I can score highly, because I don't want to necessarily mess that up. But Red Daisy, she is doing really well here. Her speed goes up to 65. I mean, for a horse at her rank, it's not terrible. I'm just used to faster, I guess. But yeah, I mean, she's doing well already. As a D-ranked horse, she's doing fine, I should say. I'm sure other people would have higher expectations, but you got to look at her. You can't really expect much. So her beating her odds every single time, and she's beating them quite convincingly, that to me is success. So we'll do 2 more races, I think, with Scotch and Puffy. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer, actually. It's only just an hour. I feel like I've been recording this for like 90 minutes. Hasn't even been close. Okay. So we're up with Dear Puffy in a grade 3. She is the heavy favorite, as she should be. We're dropping in class. And not a single horse is going to give us a headache. Urban Rose, maybe, but I don't really lose to that horse too often. So this should be an easy win. We'll bet on ourselves. 9 horse with Dear Puffy. And again, it's great with her that We should be able to run her till she's 5 or 6. It just depends on how things are going and if I want to make space. But she for sure will not peak for a while. Like I said, we still have at least another solid, probably 2 years if we really wanted. She's 3 right now. We probably could run her till she's 5 and she could still be pretty dominant. You know, I'm not saying she'll win every single race between now and then, but she should still finish consistently in the money, have several G1s on her profile. So she's a filly we can keep for a while, and that's why I got her. Scotch Dancer, I don't know if I'm going to retire her for the upcoming breeding session, because I retired Perfect Partner early for breeding. Scotch Dancer I might keep racing for a while. And when I say a while, I mean like I might keep her racing past the breeding time, which is 3 months from now in the game. And that'll happen either at the end of this episode or beginning of next episode. So, yeah, Scotch, we'll see. I could try to get her Horse of the Year. Unless she really starts to drop off and I feel like her performance is not there. I could try for Horse of the Year. Because we still have Perfect Partner there. She was a great filly for us. She won, I think, 7 G1s. So I don't really have to be in a rush to retire Scotch Dancer. I could still just give her another year. Because she has the best chance of getting Horse of the Year right now. Secret Keeper, no idea. Scotch Dancer definitely has the best chance. So, yeah. Depending on how she continues to perform, I might just keep racing her. Honestly, like I said, if we didn't have another S-ranked filly already in the breeding barn, then I would retire her. But we'll still give her some time. All right, Dear Puffy. The 7 is going to challenge us. And the 7 is going to go right past. Actually... Now, it's a 7. Nope. Stretch burst, I mean. I keep forgetting these horses have similar abilities. We're going to fight back, and the 7 didn't have enough. See, Dear Puffy, she's a strong filly, man. Other fillies would have definitely lost that race, but Dear Puffy, I'm learning, she is a really strong filly. Now, granted, I probably started a bit early, give or take, but clearly stamina actually helped us in the end because the 7 tired, so maybe I didn't start too early. Doesn't really matter. I won the race. I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes I'm like, because I was so close, could I have done anything differently to make it less close? But naturally, certain races with certain horses in this field are going to be really close, and that's exciting. It's another win, another G1 win for Dear Puffy. I think she's also undefeated. So the new fillies, they have won. Dear Puffy, Scotch Dancer, they're undefeated. That's what you want, anyways. Great performances. Again. So yeah, Dear Puffy. That is her 3rd G1. Or her 2nd G1. Excuse me, G3. Sorry. G3. That was a G3, not a G1. But it's still a graded race. She still wins. It still helps. And she's still on a roll. Apologize. I'm sorry. Okay. She has better stamina. I think we could try her in the G2. Because there's no G1s for her to run in. Yeah, let's try her in the Tampa. Top 3 go to the Azalea Cup. Perfect. So yeah, we'll do 2 more races actually. Red Daisy and then Scotch Dancer. We'll finish out with those. And yeah, Scotch Dancer. Like I said, I'm not gonna retire her prematurely. I'll give her a year. Still give her 1 more year. See if she can get maybe Horse of the Year. That would really be nice. But I'm positive we should have gotten that 2-year-old filly award. But I don't know. Maybe not. You guys let me know. Scotch Dancer, she's up. She's dropping in class. Heavy favorite, as she should be. Not a single horse in this field I'm afraid of. And I got to be honest, I haven't heard of half of these horses. Stately Chief, yes. Local Chief, yes. Sweet Leaf. Yeah. Those are probably the only horses I've heard of. But all these other horses, I'm like, who? Again, we're going to bet on ourselves. Scotch Dancer. So, yeah. Really solid episode. Like, there hasn't been one race that we have fallen shorter of our expectations. I feel like I don't have those often, so when I do have them, she's number 3. Yeah, I don't want to be betting on some random Yahoo that has no chance. Okay, so yeah, win place and then show. I wish they just had win place bet because it's so repetitive doing this consistently. Like, just put win place bet in here. WPS as a bet, but this game came out in early 2000s. They weren't thinking about that. At least they put the betting system in here. Can't complain, right? Beggars cannot to be choosers. Perfect start. I had to figure it out. That's it. I'm pretty good with starts in games for the most part. Like, once I get it dialed in, I'm pretty good with it. Like, like I tell you guys, I'm a huge Formula 1 fan. So if any of you are into Formula 1, I'll probably be linking my discussions channel in the comment section below, or at least a description. Bad pack. Okay, she doesn't like the pack. That's the first time that's happened. Okay. But, yeah. Huge Formula 1 fan, so I can't keep her anywhere, man. There's nowhere I can really take her. So I'm going to have to move her here. As I was saying, I keep getting interrupted by the game telling me things, which is good. I didn't realize she didn't like that. I don't think it showed up. But yeah, huge Formula 1 fan. I have a channel. I should be linking that. I just do general discussions. And what I was trying to say is that in those games, at least, the Sims that I play, when I race people online, I have a wheel and pedal setup. Basic one with Thrustmaster. I'm pretty good at my starts. Like, I'm usually able to make up a lot of positions going into the first corner, just based off of how I start the races. So, yeah, I'm pretty good with my timing, and of course, racing in any way, especially automotive racing, really improves your hand-eye coordination. So, I'm good at certain things when it comes to that. Like timing things, I'm pretty good at. The Gallop racer training methods of twirling the analog sticks in ways I don't play any video game with, that doesn't count. And that's another easy G3 win for Scotch Dancer. It's the first G3. I would like to win her a G2 as well. And I only put her in a G3 because there just haven't been any G1s for her to race in. So, might as well get as much out of her as we can. She continues to dominate. Sweet Leaf was close, so was Gulf Express. Yeah, position and field weren't great, but who cares? We won by more than 4 lengths, so it is all good. No complaints from this guy. Why would I? She's like, what, 5 for 5? 6 for 6, whatever it is. I think she's 6 for 6, right? Maybe 5 for 5, we'll check. Scotch Dancer. I wish she would move up to double S. I wonder if that'll happen. 88 speed. She's going to tip 90 on the speed scale. Her stamina is 66. Staying, of course, 85, which is great. That's why she's able to stay fast for so long. Okay, we're 5 for 5. Yeah, 5 for 5, 4 G1 wins. She's already 20% there, essentially, to 6 figures. Great guts. Yeah, what a great filly we actually lucked up on. Back to back. Yeah, she doesn't have anything about pack. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think it'll be a big deal. I mean, in a G3 it wasn't a big deal. I don't know how that'll go over in G1s. She's already ready. She's already ready to race again. Yeah, that happened. We'll wait till next month, obviously, which will be next video. I do want to race her in a grade 2. We'll put her in this spring. That'll be perfect. The spring stakes. Last race of this video with our 3-year-old filly, Red Daisy. In fact, they're all 3 years old, so I'm just going to refer to them by their names. Gallop Racer Original. And then you guys have gotten very familiar with Scotch Dancer and Dear Puffy so far. Scotch Dancer has been the MVP of this video, clearly. And Dear Puffy's a close second. And Red Daisy, she's not even a far third because she is doing way better than what she's supposed to. So, I feel like we're not going to have a chance in this field. And granted, she might be better running against the gals and this mixed co-ed field. But she has better odds here today. She's in good form right now. I feel pretty good with her. I know we're going to win. I just don't know when it's going to happen. I'm going to do another show bet. I feel confident with her. I don't know if the win is coming today. Let's go ahead and try to get another top 5 finish, most importantly, but a top 3 for Red Daisy. Last race of this video. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Because there's going to be a lot I want to do in the next episode as far as, breeding and figuring out who we're going to breed. So, I want to put proper time to that. I don't kind of want to rush it in to this video. And it's usually the time I kind of take a break anyways. Usually once I get to this point, I'll take a break or I'll pause. And then you stop the recording or make a new one. So good positioning here with Red Daisy. Now, I'm going to make sure I keep her ahead of these horses. Because I think we can shoot this gap if we're fortunate. She's preserving ground, saving lots of stamina here. 4 furlongs left to go. Halfway around turn 3 and 4. Red Daisy sitting comfortably in the pocket in about 5th place. We're going to try to look for a gap here. Just going to get her going just a tad bit. We're going to move her to the outside. Get her going. We're going to get her going. We're going to drive now with Red Daisy. Had to whip a little bit early. I know if I would have waited, we could have gotten a Revolution. Now that's the 5. I don't know who that is. It's Desert Dancer. No kidding. She's still fighting. Red Daisy, she's fighting. She's fighting back. Somebody's flying up out of nowhere. But Red Daisy, I think she's going to get her first win. She's going to get her first win at the line. Wow. I told you I felt it was coming, and it happened sooner than I thought. I promise you I hesitated. I was going to place a win bet on myself, and I'm like, I don't know. It could happen. It could not. I told you guys. I literally told you before the race. I'm like, she's going to get her first win. We're going to get it with her. Great way to end the video. Red Daisy, she gets it done. Great gal. That was a strong run. And like I said, you guys see how much better I do with horses that aren't leading. Not to say I can't win. Like, obviously, I've had Sedate Ruler, Western Tiger, Desert Diver. They were all pretty much that same preference type, leg type. I won with them all the time. But I prefer to be either just behind the leaders or a closer. Supposed to finish 5th. We finished 1st. Scotch Ruler was rolling up. But actually, the top 6 finished basically by a nose. A neck and a nose at the line. 6 horses at the line. It's crazy. Let's go! Red Daisy. Finally breaks her maiden, gets her first win. For the HRG Stables, HRG Ranch, whatever you want to refer to it as. Horse Racing Gamer Stables, Horse Racing Gamer Ranch, whatever it is. She gets her first win. Fantastic episode. Like, on the money, but it's really because I'm finally racing with the horses that I like to race with in this game. This is what I try to tell people that watch these videos, at least people that aren't familiar with me. Most of you know me by now, so you know my preference, but people that are new and they leave comments, I'm like, this is what I mean. It all depends on your playing style. This is how I like to play the game. I like horses that like to sit just off the pace or closers. It doesn't matter. I don't really like horses to be in the lead. I will deal with it if it's a great horse that can win and finish consistently, you know, in first place, or at least the top 3. But, you know, sitting off the pace, that is dreamland for me. That is like, you know, everybody has like a place that they consider just like their grand whatever, oasis, grand, whatever makes you really happy. In this game, it's sitting off the pace and not being in the lead. And you see the results. We had a great episode. Red Daisy gets her first win. Let's go. 5 races so far. She's finished in the top 3 times. And her pedigree, she's average. She's from Best Hunter and away she goes. Best Hunter was solid. Away she goes was, she's CC for eval and classification. So she's really an average horse, but that's already a solid start for her. Yeah. Didn't mean to create an original. I don't even have the space. Didn't mean to do that. I forgot regiments. I keep forgetting with originals. Yeah, I just have her on balance. And you know what? I want to get some speed in the mix. Her guts as well. That's pretty good, especially since we're able to tap into that ability. We'll just kind of alternate between speed and guts here for her, because I think those are working well for her as attributes and traits. Her speed, we're starting to see a little bit more of it. And her gut, she fights really strong in the stretch. That's why we've been able to have really solid results with her. She is a very tough, gutsy horse, as she should be. Like I said, her mother was tough. Best Hunter was very tough. So, you know, it's one thing I really love about this game. You really do get to see the traits of the parents in your foals. Not all the time. Sometimes the foals end up just being misses, regardless of the parents. But I do like when you get a foal that really inherits both traits from both parents. And you get to see it, you know. You can actually see, oh, this foal races like how her mother raced, how her father raced, how his father or his mother. You know, that's really nice to see. So guys, this is going to do it for today's episode. Appreciate love and support on the channel. As always, and like I said, next time we come back around, we'll do breeding. I have no idea who I'm going to breed. I need to edit my spreadsheets here. And then next episode will be up and out. So I think currently, the last episode I literally just posted for you guys was day 25. So of course, you're not going to see this one probably for another, I don't know, 4 or 5 days after the one that you know, the ones you previously have watched. If that makes any sense, maybe it doesn't. But you guys know what I mean. This is pre-recorded, so you won't see it for a couple days afterwards. But that'll do it. Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Until next time, I'll be up a great and fantastic day. I shall see you later. And goodbye.